Hi there. I actually had to re-record the beginning of this video because the earlier opening had technical difficulties. But anyway, I have been working on filling up these drawers and it is going slow. So slow that while I was at it, I decided to work on some blood magic. And I've gotten a fairly good ways along. I'm at tier 4. And I have a Well of Suffering, which I have turned off right now because it doesn't yield drops from the blazes. But this is going so slow that I'm not going to call this a viable source of energy. So I need to find another way to power my stuff. But I still want to stick with Steam. And I also had to do an update. Since Reika's mods updated, I also updated some other stuff in the pack. And you can get a hold of the updated pack on Curse. And between episodes, I also made this. Because I got tired of running through the desert to get back and forth here. As you can see, it heats up a lot faster than the steam boilers. And in fact, it's ready to go. So while this carries me back to the base, I will let the episode carry you back to the beginnings of what I have recorded. I've already got those boilers up. So I need something better to burn in them. Now, I have already set up a tree farm from forestry, and that's working pretty well. It's getting me a fair amount of wood. But I also want to get some oil for this fluid tank, this fluid-fueled boiler. And that's going to call for some exploration. Aw, man. Another update. Okay, well, I need to do some updating and moving files around. So, I'll be right back. Alright, update's complete. And I have reapportioned the biome and potion ID conflicts. So with that, I suppose I'm ready to do some exploring. So I'll put down my tool pack and pick up my exploring pack, which I have found also provides me with night vision, which is kind of handy. And it looks as if I'm ready for some voyaging. I suppose I really should change this particular battery, but I'm not going to mess with that right now. Right now, I'm headed up here. Although it occurs to me, I probably should have put in a door from the outside. That's okay. I've got another way in. Assuming there's still some power in the portal system. Well, that's okay. I have a way to get some power in there. I have in fact found that these lava crystals will do a fine and dandy job of heating up these boilers. In fact, if I had a really good mob spawning system, I could probably power my boiler just with the Well of Suffering. But then I wouldn't have an excuse to go exploring. So we'll just let this heat up for a while until it powers up the portal system. And then we'll head for the birdhouse. Okay, so here's the checklist for what we're looking for this time out. Mostly, I want to find oil for my liquid-fueled boiler. But I also want to find some thaumic beans, by which I mean mana beans, of course. I want to find more chromatic craft burrows, in which I might hopefully find some more structure notes so that I can improve this thing over here. This casting table requires a big structure around it, as well as some of those rune stones. So yeah, those are the things that we want to find on this journey. And when I get back, that's when I'll be looking at this clipboard with my to-do list for new tanks for the oil that I'm going to have coming over here and the fuel that I'm going to make out of it. I'm going to make some bigger tree farms. I need to finish moving all my crafters, the crafting equipment for the logistics pipes. I want to build a hall around the storage and not just have it just sitting there bare in that big giant cave. I want to have it actually look like it's inside a building. I want to move my machines. After which I'm going to tear down that whole big black stump and build a nice pretty cottage around it. And then after all of that is done, I want to rebuild this temple. I want to expand it. I want to make it into a huge undead farm. And I'm going to harvest the blood to improve my blood magic facilities. And once I do that, I can throw that lava crystal back into the boiler and produce blood steam. That is to say, steam powered by the blood of dying zombies and skeletons. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? So that just leaves me the question of which ride am I taking? Am I going to take the colorful high jumping ride? Or the smooth silvery high speed? The one that'll let me jump over mountains with ease? Or the one that will get me around them more quickly? Right. Stalk it is. Unfortunately, that's about all we have time for right now. I have many other things to do. So next episode, we'll get on with the actual exploring. Until then, have some fun, build something cool, and have a nice day.